So the libraries had closed their doors last March due to the coronavirus pandemic, and they've slowly been reopening and reinstating services. Dennis Walcott, the president and CEO of the Queens Public Library System, joining us this morning. Good morning, Dennis. Good to have you back on Good Day.
And good day to you. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me.
We thought this would never happen. We're elated that it did.
Well, we were excited also because, over the last number of months, we have 126 of our libraries open throughout New York City. And they're basically doing grab-and-go services where people can reserve books and materials and then pick them up. But now we're about to enter our next phase starting May 10th, where we'll be opening our services to the programs for people to take advantage of browsing and computer use and doing it safely, of course. And so we're excited about this next phase. And then after May 10th, we'll be opening even more to make sure that people are able to browse and then gradually moving into program services. So it's an exciting period for us, but more importantly, it's an exciting period for the public.
So you're in the middle also of a budget, correct?
We're in the middle of a budget, and we follow the budget closely. So we've been able to balance the systems with opening gradually, also putting the new PPE requirements in place and making sure both our staff and our customers are safe. So we're always watching the budget to make sure we can meet the bottom line.
What kind of financial support are you getting from the mayor?
Oh, the mayor has been really good. I mean, with the executive budget that was just put out, basically same as prior year. But in addition to that, the city has put in additional capital money to each of the 3 library systems, New York, Brooklyn, and Queens. So we'll have an additional $20 million from the capital side to continue our renovations and expansions. And also what we've been doing over the last number of months is using our buildings for different purposes as well. So we have some of our libraries that serve as vaccine sites. Some of our libraries serve as testing sites. Some of our libraries serve as fulfillment centers and learning labs. So we're doing different things to support the residents of New York City and work in conjunction with the city of New York and the state of New York.
Are you still going to use some of those libraries as cooling centers as well?
Great question, because we will be doing that. We're currently talking to the city about the number of libraries that will be open for cooling centers, and so we'll be providing those services as well. So again, we're gradually, safely expanding our services, meeting the needs of the city, meeting the needs of our customers, and making sure everyone stays safe.
And you're looking at a big anniversary, right?
Well, for Queens, it's our 125th anniversary, so we're doing a variety of different things to celebrate our 125th. I know New York and Brooklyn have celebrated their anniversaries as well. And we've been out there talking about what we're doing as far as bringing services to the public. Around several weeks ago, we went to visit a 104-year-old customer here in Queens who has been an ardent supporter of the library. And while he stayed in his house and we were outside, we were able to bring the library to him just to say thank you for being there. So we're doing a variety of different things to celebrate our 125th anniversary. Just this past week, we had a virtual program dealing with all the attacks and the hate that's generated against the Asian American community. We had Congresswoman Mang, Dia Katz, and community-based organizations participating. So we're out there along with Brooklyn that's doing some creative things and bringing Wi-Fi to the parks and the public outside of the buildings. New York has been doing creative things as far as their readathons with the public and making sure they're having curated materials available for the public. So we're continuing to provide those services.
I'm just wondering,
about his last life from 2011 to 2013. Have you thought about, as school's chancellor during that period of time, how you would have handled this whole pandemic?
Well, it's only one chancellor at a time. I think my role at the Queens Public Library is to say, how can we at the library support the school system? It is tough. When I was chancellor, we had Hurricane Sandy. So while not the same, I truly understand the challenges of opening buildings and keeping the staff safe. And I have to give the mayor and the chancellor credit. I know it's been tough and it's been a lot of starts and stops. But at the same time, we've been trying to provide services to the public through the school system. And just putting that chancellor's hat on for a second, when you look at the system like New York City, 1 million children, even if you have 50% of the people who are in school, that's 500,000 students who are there. I think the key thing for the mayor and the chancellor and the teachers and the principals and the parents is to keep the emphasis on the students. But I think what the pandemic has done is shown the disparities, not just in education, but disparities throughout society and what it means for those who are not connected, who do not have Wi-Fi, who do not have equipment, and what is our role as a library in addressing that? And I think our libraries have been doing that. And now taking the next step on the 10th of May by having computers available safely and having social distance in place, it'll allow people to have that access as well.
Dennis Walcott, always great to talk to you. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. And tell Mike Woods thanks for the good weather this morning, because I was able to squeeze in my run, so I appreciate that.
We'll pass it on. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.